invention.
Welcome back to the show today, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to take a moment to talk to you about feedback for the show.
We here at the Spencer Wall Show value your feedback. That's why we're asking you to contact us to recommend some ways to improve our show. Some ways you can reach us are through leaving a comment on Spreaker.com or on SoundCloud, tweeting me at SPW272, or leaving a review on iTunes. We really value your feedback, and we appreciate it wholeheartedly.
Yeah, that would be very, very good if you could just give us some great feedback there. Very, very mucho appreciated. So yeah, former Cleveland, we got a little bit of fun, some fun stuff for you coming in this segment. He said, this is what former Cleveland Browns quarterback Johnny Manziel was back on Twitter Monday offering advice to President Donald Trump before abruptly deleting his account. He said, "Yo, POTUS," his first tweet to the president read, "Even I know to stay away from the notifications on Twitter. Expletive will drive you crazy, lead the country, and let them hate." Yeah. I think we all know what to give that. So it's just a good round of applause there. Because that's true. Yeah, he also said, "Control what you can control and let the rest fall by the wayside." Smart words. It's some very smart words. I never thought I'd say this, but good job, Johnny Manziel. And, alright, so yeah. Manziel, who's heard his share of public opinion shaming over and over again, after several public missteps, wants to see Trump step away from his mentions. Manziel made a sort of a confessional of sorts on Twitter last week, saying he allowed himself to get hashtag lost in the sauce, aka he was drinking too much, thanks to fellow Texas A&M Aggie Martellus Bennett. Manziel and a friend attended the AFC Championship game on Sunday night. Manziel wore a Tom Brady jersey and a winter hat with the vintage Pat Patriot logo and basically live broadcast experience through his Snapchat account. Yeah, I mean, you wish you could be Tom Brady, man. I got it. Like, Tom Brady is, like, on the top of the mountain, and you're, like, in a cave below the mountain. That's where you are right now, to comparison. I mean, I hate to be rude to the guy, but, like, I just want to point out the comparison there between what a quarterback should be and what a quarterback shouldn't be. All right, so yeah, he took the hazing like a champ. The man can take an L with a smile on his face. I respect that. Memories last forever, my friend. Appreciate you making the journey to watch me and study two badass QBs. Hashtag the man running out of fingers. At Dan Folger, you're a real one. I appreciate you helping me stay on the path comeback season. Hashtag back to Dime season. Dime City. He put that all throughout social media. This isn't the first time the two men have found themselves in the same story regarding Twitter. Trump implied teams would regret not selecting Johnny Manziel as he fell toward the bottom half of the first round of the 2014 NFL draft. I don't think he's going to be a sports analyst at ESPN anytime soon. He said Donald Trump now, at Real Donald Trump on Twitter, as I'm sure you know. Teams are making a big mistake not taking Johnny Manziel. He's going to be really good to watch and exciting to watch. Like, that's why I feel like everything to him is like entertainment value. How's he going to play? Manziel has not played in the NFL since 2015. All right, so yeah, that is what we know now, and yeah, he is going to be staying. Johnny Manziel is going to be staying off Twitter. That's probably for the best. And yeah, that is obviously what we know now. So Tom Brady, speaking of Donald Trump, Tom Brady and Johnny Manziel, turns out Tom Brady and Mr. President Trump have a relationship with each other. That's actually pretty interesting here today. We are finding out now. The Patriots, New England Patriots quarterback Tom Brady discussed his relationship with the president, Donald Trump, on WEEI's Kirk and Callahan show. He said, that's better than Cook and Pony but not much better. Why does that make such a big deal? Brady said, according to the Boston Globe. I don't understand it. Brady called Trump the day before his inauguration. Trump discussed the call during a GOP dinner in Washington, D.C., with Patriots owner Robert Kraft in attendance. I called him, yes, in the past, but sometimes he calls me, sometimes I call, Brady said. But again, that's been something I've known. I always try to keep it in context because for 16 years, someone before he was in the position he was in, he's been very supportive of me for a long time. It's just a friendship. I have a lot of friends. I call on a lot of people. He's Tom Brady. He's probably been friends with President Obama. He's probably been friends with Bill Clinton. Probably been friends with Hillary Clinton more than once. He probably had a few lunches or dinners with him and Giselle and Hillary and Bill. Talk about the families. Talk about how everything's going. Yeah, they do that. Yeah, I got to be honest. It's not going to affect his play. I just he's had relations with other people. He's Tom Brady. He said himself, he's like, I have a lot of friends. He has a lot of friends. I'll take the man at his word. He just pretty much laughed in the face of the NFL. Was literally what he did. So, yeah. He said, quote, he continued, I don't want to get into it, but if you know someone who doesn't mean you agree with everything they say or do, you have a lot of friends in your life. I think that there are things that are based on your own dealings with someone that is a personal dealing, not a public dealing, because you have your own personal experiences. I think that, to me, that makes a lot of sense. I'm sure Tom Brady doesn't go up to random women and do what Donald Trump does. And in November, Brady said he was no longer allowed to talk about politics, no politics whatsoever, about Donald Trump or about Donald Trump at his wife's request. In September 2015, Brady obviously told reporters that he was Trump's good friend and joked it would be great to see the billionaire elected president because he would build a good putting green on the White House lawn. Trump repeatedly touted his friendship with Brady on the campaign trail. Yeah, but if my wife was Gisele Bündchen and she asked me to not talk about politics, trust me, I would do anything. I'd be like, nah, all right. We don't have to talk about politics. What do you want to talk about? How was your day? We're going to be back in just a minute, so stay with us. This is the Spencer Walsh Show.
Why stop? I think we all know what roses smell like. Amp Energy Drink from Mountain Dew. Try it today. Amstel Light could be the world's best tasting beer. Open minds, open Amstels, brewed with all natural ingredients. Hey, if life were perfect, magazines would never smell like perfume, dogs would walk themselves, and Loungeboat would really come in handy. Well, look at the bright side. At least there's Amstel Light. It only has 95 calories, but you still get real imported taste. You don't give up a thing. Who says nothing's perfect? What about Amstel Light? Introducing Arby's new Ultimate Angus Philly. Thinly sliced premium Angus beef oven roasted and piled high with hot melted Swiss. It could be the best Philly outside Philly. Arby's. We have the meats. Let me tell you about the Arnold's bread man. Lots of years ago, when I was just a little kid, he'd make deliveries to our house every day, just like the milkman and the iceman. I remember this to this day. Those special tiny loaves he carried and the big smile on his face when he gave me one. Now I know the Arnold's bread man doesn't deliver anymore, but every day I still see a variety of Arnold's breads on the grocer shelves, so I know he's still around. Come with me and discover a icy new world of refreshment. New Aspen is here, chillingly crisp and clear, different from any soft drink ever. Only Aspen has a tantalizing snap of apple. Aspen's different from lemon or lime. It's gotta be one of the best soft drinks in invention.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us here today. We are live on Spreaker.com. We're also going to be available after on iTunes and on SoundCloud as well. Obviously. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Yes, we got a lot of stuff to get to today. I just want to give you this quick message, though, before we begin with what we have for this next segment. I kind of want to get into what you should do if you want to see some change in the show or want to give your comment about it.
We here at the Spenser Walsh Show value your feedback. That's why we're asking you to contact us to recommend some ways to improve our show. Some ways you can reach us are through leaving a comment on Spreaker.com or on SoundCloud, tweeting me at SPW272, or leaving a review on iTunes. We really value your feedback, and we appreciate it wholeheartedly.
All right, yeah, we really hope you can do that. If you can get around to it, that would be absolutely great. Yeah, so if you could do that, mucho appreciated, as they say. Yeah, all right, so this is what we got for you today. Shall be as follows. As Ben Roethlisberger said, he is not committing to the 2017 season. That is probably the big story today. Also, want to give some congratulations to a fellow member of the sports news media here. As Erin Andrews revealed that she had secret cervical cancer diagnosis. She said, "I am strong and we can do this." So yeah, I just want to give her some credit. Yeah, as she's been battling cervical cancer. I mean, that's pretty incredible. Yeah, that is. I mean, I obviously have never had cancer, but I just obviously hearing about it, so just got to give her a big credit. So yeah, the Dancing with the Stars and Fox Sports co-host, Fox Sports sideline reporter told the MMQB that she was diagnosed with after a routine checkup. She shortly settled for a $55 million lawsuit against the National Marriott, where a stranger followed her to a hotel room and secretly recorded her naked. That was obviously the stalking lawsuit that she had, if you didn't know about it. So after this trial, everyone kept telling me, "You're so strong for going through all this, for holding down a job in football, for being the only woman in the crew." Andrews, who's now 38 years old, told the website on Tuesday, January 24th, "Finally got to the point where I believed it too. Hey, I have cancer, but damn it, I'm strong and I can do this." So yeah, obviously so glad to see that she is getting through it. At first, the Fox NFL sideline reporter's family was worried about her diagnosis. "When you hear cancer, you fear the worst," Andrews' dad, Steve Andrews, told MMQB. "When it's your child, you think to yourself, 'Oh God, take me, not her. She's been through enough. She's just getting her life back.'" And yeah, Andrew do not tell her sportscaster colleague she had cervical cancer, and even worked the game before flying to Los Angeles for the procedure. She was even taken to the operating room in Cedars-Sinai Medical Center on October 11th, and she told her oncologist, "I'm not missing the Super Bowl." And she looks like she's pretty on track. I mean, she get a few weeks recovered. Now she's going to be back at it. 2 days after the surgery, the TV personality flew back to Green Bay to film a feature with Packers star Jordy Nelson. Let's just say my doctor didn't recommend that. She told MMQB, "I follow, but just as I felt during my trial, sports were my escape, and I needed to be with my crew." On November 1st, Andrews returned to Los Angeles for another surgery, but 2 weeks later, her doctor called and said she was in the clear. "I gazed out the window and quietly wept." Her dad said just such incredible weight had been lifted off her shoulders. So obviously giving her the best of support. We're just going to take a moment. Standing ovation to Aaron Andrews there. So huge. Great job. Yeah, so yeah, just want to give that a quick round of applause there. Yeah, and I want to get to this.